Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Coventry United TV with the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook. Apologies for the rather late start here at the Woods Park Arena. We've had a couple of technical issues. Well, I say technical issues. Our stadium announcer, Roy Eden, has just arrived. So we are all set to go. So I'm having to act as a technical director of the match day announcing operations in Roy's absence. So, but we are on air now with Coventry United versus Shawbury United here at the Woods Park Arena, the best non-league ground there is for this Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match as Coventry United take on Shawbury United. Let's get you into the starting lineups now at the Woods Park Arena. Starting off for Coventry United as the game kicks off, making his debut for the Red and Greens. Number 1, Scott Dutton. Number 2, Brad Jones. Number 3, Tom James. Number 4, Gib Musa. Number 5, Kyle Barnett. 6 is number 5, Chris Costa. Number 6, Kyle Barnett. And number 7, Lewis Rankin. 8, Aaron Wint. 9, Aaron Apoku. 10, Dave Molly. And number 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench for the Red and Greens, Rob Prinzel, Ryan McQuanje, Mitch Piggin, Craig Reed, Dominic Elaney. For Shawbury United, who have just put out a play for a goal kick to Coventry United, I believe. So for Shawbury, number 1, Ian Havard. Number 2, Liam Taylor. 3, Sean Evans. Number 4, Andrew Hartlebury. Number 5, Jordan Jones. Number 5, Jeff Watkins. Number 6... number 4, Andrew Hartbury. Number 5, Jordan Jones. Number 6, Jeff Watkins. Number 7, Ross Jones. Number 8, Dan Beddoes, I should say. Handwriting's awful. It never changes. The handwriting's always awful. No matter what team we face, the handwriting on the team sheet is always dreadful. Number 8, Dan Beddoes. Number 9, Ben Cullen. 10, Steve Foe. And number 11, Joe Cuff. And for Shawbury United on the bench is Benji Robinson, Dave Cooper, Tom Worthington, Harry Farnsworth and Will Wells. And we're back to normal now on the Coventry United TV broadcast of this Premier Division match in the Midland Football League between Coventry United and Shawbury. United, of course, have faced Shawbury 4 times before, although they have only been in the league, same league as Shawbury, once before. There were 2 FA Cup matches between the Red and Greens and Shawbury last season. Need I say what happened during the away leg of that fixture? As boys put out play the near post by Andrew Harlebury for a Coventry United corner to be taken on this right hand side. 2 minutes of action gone, so you haven't missed anything, don't worry. So Lewis Rankin will take this corner kick on the right hand side. Of course, a big day for the Red and Greens of Coventry United. The debut of Scott Dutton between the 6 for Coventry United. A big name signing for the Red and Greens. Havard punches clear and picks it up on the edge of the penalty area by a Shawbury midfielder who blasts it down line, but it won't be kept in by Ben Cullen, the striker. Throw into the Red and Greens. Wint just finds Rankin. Dispossessed as Jones strides forward, halts his run, hooks it forward only as far as Brad Jones with the Red and Greens. Back to the goalkeeper Scott Dutton. Signed from Coventry Spinks. This week there's been a lot of rumours going around whether he would be going to the Red and Greens after his previous club, Coventry Spinks, mentioned Coventry United as his likely destination. Well, we did actually find out on Friday that it was his actual destination. He has arrived along with Tom James and Carl O'Neill, who have actually played for Coventry United before, but their signings were confirmed on Friday. And also you can catch a exclusive interview on CUTV with TJ, Tom James, and of course the returning hero Mitch Piggin after that Polymac Packaging League Cup victory over Leicester Road on Tuesday. So you can go and have a look at that at half time while we have our break, as well as blasted forward straight into the grasp of Dutton. So no sign of Rich Morris in the Coventry United side today. No backup goalkeeper. The Red and Greens were just Dutton in the side. That does sometimes happen. And also Reed and Piggin not on the starting lineup today. Piggin, of course, trying to regain his fitness after that pretty severe ankle injury. It turns out that he actually caught his foot in a divot in the ground here at the Woods Park Arena. And he was actually caught by the goalkeeper, that's why he went down, but he caught his ankle in a divot, and a free kick given against Dave Molly, the former England under-17 striker, for a foul, and Evans, the captain for Shawbury United, blasted the free kick away. Shawbury may not be the biggest of names in this league, but of course they did beat Worcester City last weekend in the Premier Division B. That was 2-1 the final score. A massive win for Shawbury at home to one of the favourites of the league. In third place, Worcester, a place above Coventry United, who are now to fourth after a recent upturn in fortunes. The free kick was called back by the referee. Wants to have that taken again. And Sean Evans will indeed take the free kick for a second time. Evans, it's a good free kick this time. Well, it's not good because it's straight to the path of Aaron Wint. Picked up on the right wing by Dave Molly. Wint is in support, but he's caught by Jeff Watkins, the centre-back. Dave Molly goes to earth, and a free kick given right in front of Terry Anderson's dugout. And the referee already receiving a little criticism from the Coventry United faithful in front of us. And by the way, if you didn't hear on Twitter or our various social media platforms, Coventry United did name their Player of the Month for September 2017. That is Rob Prinzel. So Rob Prinzel named our Player of the Month by the football club. Free kick swung in, looking for Aaron Wint, and a free kick given against Wint for a bit of pushing, I think. A bit of pushing and pulling in the box. So we'll have a free kick to Shawbury United. And of course we have another match going on involving our local side, Coventry City. They are away at Accrington Stanley. Still don't know who they are. I believe the scoreline at the Wham Stadium is currently 0-0. I don't know whether they named it after George Michael's group. I still don't know that, but I believe it's still 0-0 between Accrington Stanley and Coventry City. And City actually bringing more away fans than Accrington's home fans in that match. Over 1,800 Sky Blues. As Dave Molly races towards penalty area, stopped well by the centre-back. Of course, one final score to bring you from the Premier League. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. We've got a few Liverpool fans in the Coventry United coaching staff, mainly a few players supporting Liverpool as well. And there's me, the plucky underdog, backing Manchester United in the bar at the Butts Park Arena. Sadly, it was a stalemate. That's 0-0. I'm sure we have a throw-in well into their own turf. Score after 6 minutes remains at 0-0 here at the Butts Park Arena between Coventry United and Shawbury. Here's Steve Foe racing down the right-hand side, gets the ball towards the penalty area. But Joe Cuff will not reach that one. Scott Dutton dives down low and makes a catch. A big day for Dutton. It was announced on Monday that he will be leaving Coventry Spinks. A lot of teams after Dutton's signature, after the departure of his father, Stuart Dutton, who was the manager of Coventry Spinks not so long ago. He left after the weekend. So it was a departure that was expected, but was not expected that he was going to come to Coventry United, especially with such a prominent number one in Rich Morris at the Red and Greens. Jones makes his way past Tom James, doesn't take the ball with him though, and James forced down from behind by Ross Jones. A free kick to Coventry United on the left-hand side of their own penalty area. So a comfortable start for the Red and Greens. Of course, you can find exclusive video highlights of this match from tomorrow morning here on CUTV's YouTube channel. Clearance headed away by the Shawbury defender, picked up by Tom James. James out-muscled by Jones. Good challenge well made by Josh O'Grady, starting for the Red and Greens on the left wing. Plays it forward towards Dave Molly, nodded away. Jones again. Striding forward now, Shawbury. Jones with the cross in towards Dave Molly. Header, and it's a foul against Dave Molly for a free kick. Cox wins the header. Jeff Woodward for the Red and Greens. O'Grady strides forward, pull down. The referee says no foul. Seems to be a blatant shirt pull there by the Shawbury United fullback, but it looks like the away side have got away with it. A long ball forward for Aaron Opoku, stabs towards the left-hand side, no one there, and it will go out of play for a throw-in. So 10 minutes gone to the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Shawbury United 0. Shaw looking to make some progress down the centre of the park. Long ball forward for Cullen, who will give chase. Crossing opportunity. And Cullen overruns that one and puts it out of play for a goal kick to the Red and Greens. Dustin will take the goal kick, making his debut for the Red and Greens today. Shawbury in black and white today. Coventry United, of course, in their signature home colours of red and green. Long ball forward, not a bit rather than that by Jordan Jones. And Evans, that's that one go for a Coventry United throw. Relatively safe and sorry for the home side. Of course, Shawbury narrowly avoiding relegation last season. Needed the right results on the last day to stay up. United gunning for promotion this season. The ball towards the right side for Aaron Opoku, who's offside. He formed with an Eton striker, straight past his last man. Havard will take the resulting free kick on the left-hand corner of his penalty area. He was waiting for the kick to be taken. Still no goals in the Premier League. It's all scoreless in England's top division. It may not be scoreless for long here at the BPA. Striding forward, Ross Jones, which was the left-hand side, looking for Ben Cullen. It won't find him, and Brad Jones will play it back to his goalkeeper, Scott Dutton. No opportunities of note to remind you of so far. It's not been the quickest of starts, shall we say, but United just looking to ease into this one. That 2-0 victory against Leicester Road, their old rivals, midweek will give them a little bit of confidence. Of course, that was a much-changed side. Barnett lobs it forward. Once again, the long-range passing of United not great. Well, neither was that by Evans. Looking for Jones, but picked up by Tom James, the former Leamington and Watford left-back. He was scouted by Sean Dyche, who now, of course, manages Burnley, Watford's Premier League rivals. Lobbed into the area. Opoku gives chase, and Opoku runs straight into Havard, and a free kick against Aaron Opoku as he clatters into the Shawbury number 1. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Shawbury United here on CUTV with the man for the Midlands, Liam Cook. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Coventry United TV. Hit that like button below the video if you're enjoying today's coverage, and you can leave a comment with your feedback below and let us know what you think of today's coverage. Any suggestions for improvement in the coming months, of course, do let us know. This is your show after all, and we'll be naming our CUTV Man of the Match with 10 minutes to go. And you can get in touch with us via the comments or via Twitter at Coventry United TV to let us know who you think it should be. Evans lobs it forward, only as far as the feet of Kyle Barnett, the former Coventry City centre-back. Forward to Dave Molly, lovely turn to take it past Hartlebury. Out wide now of Josh O'Grady. Opoku making the run. Down line to Aaron Opoku, crossing opportunity. Opoku just put in for Dave Molly, and a slide by Jordan Jones to take it out of play for a Shawbury corner. But the best move of the match for Coventry United, without a shadow of a doubt. And the corner kick now from the left-hand side to be taken by Lewis Rankin, who seems to have taken the corners for himself in place of the regular set-piece taker, Josh O'Grady, since his arrival from Rugby Town in the summer. A stacked penalty area waits towards Kyle Barnett, nodded away by Beddoes. A great side he can't take the ball away from the Shawbury attacker. Long range ball towards the left hand side of Joe Cuff. Controlled by Cuff, takes it around. Musa, no, he doesn't. Musa gets his body in the way and he's shoved to the ground by Cuff, who tries a bit too enthusiastically to get past Musa and get back to the ball. The referee awards the free kick to the red and greens. Dustin will take it. Around 10 yards outside his penalty area at his new home, the Woods Park Arena. We'll be speaking to Scott and also to Josh O'Grady after the game. Dutton's kick, looking for a Poku. It's nodded after a corner kick by the Shawbury defender. Well, United will take that all day long. It was the centre-back Jeff Watkins with the decisive touch. "16 minutes of play gone here at the Woods Park Arena. 0-0 it remains. Rankin swings it towards the far post. Barnett is waiting over the crossbar. Oh, the perfect opportunity for the red and greens to take the lead there. But Kyle Barnett, powerful header, ends up nearer the car park than the goal. With the first proper shot on goal. United, of course, do have some very attacking options on the bench, including the dynamic duo of Craig Reed and Mitch Tappin-Piggin. Piggin, of course, returning to the starting lineup to the red and greens on Tuesday night in the Polymac Packaging League Cup, scoring a goal as well before coming off after an hour, feeling a little bit of fatigue. Terrington, of course, not wanting to rush him as Gift Musa receives a push in the back by Ross Jones, and a free kick is indeed given to the red and greens just inside their own half. Swung towards the far post with Dave Molly and nodded out of play by the Shawbury centre-back for another Coventry United corner. And there has been a shot goal at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace have not scored a Premier League goal until now. Crystal Palace lead Chelsea by 1-0 at Selhurst Park. Would you, Adam and Eve it? Johan Cabaye with a crucial goal. As United look for a goal of their own towards the far post. Headed by Aaron Wint. Nodded away. I think the goalkeeper may have got a touch of that. United will continue to put it into the area. Hooked away by the number 8 midfielder, Dan Beddoes. And now it's Shawbury on the attack. Lob forward. Plenty of space for Steve Foe. He's got the freedom of Coventry here. Brings it down against Scott Dutton. Dutton dives low and catches the ball. Well, Dutton had to get that one right. And his kick looking for Aaron Opoku, and it bounces straight into the hands of Havard. So just to reiterate, Crystal Palace leading Chelsea by 1-0 at Selhurst Park. Barnsley lead Middlesbrough by 2-1. The quick start there at Oakwell. Bolton 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. In League 1, Bradford lead Bury 1-0. Charlton 1-0 up at home to Doncaster. Portsmouth leading MK Dons 1-0. Wigan 1-0 up at home to Southend. And there's been a goal at the Wham Stadium. Accrington Stanley lead at home to Coventry City. The worst possible start for the Sky Blues. It's Accrington Stanley 1, Coventry City 0. And we're trying to find out the goal scoring now for you. The Wi-Fi is being a little bit slow, so we'll try and find out who scored that goal for you at the Wham Stadium. But what you need to know is that Accrington lead 1-0 at home to the Sky Blues of Coventry City. As Havard boots it clear, one in the air by Kyle Barnett, nodded forward by Tom James, brought down to earth by Gift Musa in the midfield, lays it off for Lewis Rankin, overlapping run being made by Brad Jones. Rankin strides forward through the heart of the Shawbury midfield, option out wide, Josh O'Grady puts it through for O'Grady, but it'll be easily picked out by the fullback Liam Taylor. Kept in by Ross Jones, it's gone past Jones, now played for Coventry United Friday, taken quickly by Tom James. TJ finds Gift Musa, squares to Lewis Rankin. Will he go himself? He will, and that's not going to be troubling Havard. Straight over the crossbar, bounces off the advertising boards. 20 minutes of play here at the Woods Park Arena already played. Coventry United still drawing 0-0 with lowly Shawbury United. And that goal scored by Sean McConville out to the Wham Stadium. So Accrington Stanley 1, Coventry City 0. Sean McConville with the opening goal for Stanley. And also in League 2, Morecambe 1-0 up at Chesterfield, who are really struggling in their first League 2 campaign. And Notts County, the league leaders, 1-0 up at Barnet, at home to Barnet I should say. As Coventry United break down the right hand side, Molly caught up by Evans, squares it to Musa. It's picked out by the Shawbury midfielder, but United win it back. Cox. United continue to retain the ball at the minute. Jeff Watkins looking for an option as he's inside United's half, out wide at offside against Ross Jones. United seem to have the better of the first half marginally. Dutton lines up the goal kick, there he goes. To Musa, now bounces over the head of Musa. Taylor, not cleared by Hartlebury, but back down to it by Barnett and fired out of play by Ross Jones. Shawbury belatedly appealing for a throw into themselves. It's not going to be given, it's given to Coventry United as Terry Anderson volleys a ball over to the referee as the previous one has gone a little bit far away to be caught. A great place of 1-2 with James, but the return pass was a little bit short, but Jones able to shrug Jones off the ball and try and cut in from the left-hand side. Jones is up to give Musa, a little bit slow getting to the ball, but he will pick it up. Josh O'Grady, now Tom James got off the floor and whips into the left-hand side. It was towards Aaron Opoku, but cleared by Jordan Jones. Controlled by Wint, Rankin, space out wide for Dave Molly. Molly crossing opportunity, will try and cut in, tries to get past Evans. Blocked up by the full-back across the face of goal, bounces off the leg of Aaron Wint at the near post. And Coventry United remain goalless, but they have had the better of the opening proceedings here at the Butts Park Arena. As with a goal at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City leads Stoke by 1 goal to nil. Now 2 goals to nil now, 2 goals in 2 minutes. First by Gabriel Jesus in the 17th minute, then in the 19th minute, Raheem Sterling. I was going to put him in my fantasy football team and all. Volleyed forward by Jones. Looking for the run of Joe Cuff, but easily caught by Scott Dutton, the newest acquisition for the Red and Greens. Cleared by Dutton. Pass into the air for Opoku to maybe get on the end off. Pushed up in the air by Havard. He's able to grab onto the rebound with Opoku and Molly lurking dangerously close to the loose ball. But the goalkeeper with the advantage of grabbing it with his hands rather than trying to nod it into the goal. Free kick against Coventry United. Tom James holding Ross Jones on the right hand side of the pitch, just inside United territory. Bit of midweek action here at the Butts Park Arena, of course, on Wednesday evening at home to Highgate United. As in the Birmingham Senior Cup. Logged into the area, easy catch for Scott Dunn. And of course, if you are a fan of women's football, the Coventry United ladies will take on West Ham United ladies at the Hammers training ground. That's tomorrow, live coverage from 1:45 p.m. here on CUTV. Video highlights, of course, coming out on Monday morning. As it's up rather than out by the Shawbury defender, down to earth by Cullen. Long pass forward, looking for the run of Ross Jones. Jones will give chase. Cullen's in the centre. Jones goes all alone, and a great stop with the foot of Scott Dutton. And stretch that boot out and block the ball. And Scott Dunn making an immediate impression on his Red and Greens debut. Keeping his clean sheet intact. James lobs it forward. Doesn't find Dave Molly. It's volleyed out play by Andrew Hartlebury. But the resulting throw is canned straight off a Coventry United player out for a Shawbury throw. Up line to Cullen. Of that play made by Jones, who's played back to Liam Taylor. into midfield with Jeff Watkins, loses out to Dave Molly and blatantly pulls Dave Molly to the ground, grabbing onto the shirt of the ex-Liverpool man. Molly hits the deck and gets the free kick. 25 minutes gone to the Woods Park Arena. We'll be taking a short break at the half-time in 20 minutes' time to swap over the battery and the laptop to ensure we can bring the second half of this match in its entirety. So we'll be going off there for around 10 minutes at half-time. Don't need to look for a new live stream at the break. We'll be using the same one, which is going quiet for a few minutes. James cuts in towards the left-hand side. Gray's cross. Apoku back heel! Just wide at the far post, inches away. Those are the margins in this game. 2 or 3 inches to the left and United will be in front. A lovely bit of skill by Aaron Apoku, flicking it towards the neck but not into it. Well, somehow remains scoreless. Shawbury with an incredible chance to make it 1-0. Around a minute ago, a cracking save by Dutton. And now Apoku with an even better chance to make it 1-0 to United, but still, neither net has been penetrated. Musa wins the header. Plays 1-2 with Wint. Wint out wide now for Josh O'Grady. Apoku making a run, but he's being covered up by the defender. O'Grady goes it alone, overruns it. Clearance charged down by O'Grady and hooked away by Evans. Flicked on. Jones able to intercept. Give Musa. Wint. O'Grady gets there before Taylor can, but Taylor makes the challenge and wins it back for Coventry United. And a slide by Aaron Wint, who is asking why the foul's been given. I think he knows damn well why it's been given. It's a rather poor sliding challenge from behind on Ross Jones, and the referee deservedly gives a free kick. Free kick will be taken by Jordan Jones. Bang, there he goes towards the left-hand side. One in the air by Barnett towards Molly. It's one in the air by Jeff Watkins in the midfield. Plays a 1-2 with Evans. Charged down by Wint. Volleyed forward by Aaron Apoku. Dave Molly will give chase. He might just be able to keep it in on the right-hand side. He will keep it in. Rankin is in a better crossing position. Apoku wants it at the far post. It's a rather tame cross from Lewis Rankin. Only goes towards the defender at the near post and fired clear by Jones. Only throws a chest of Brad Jones, but it bounces over Lewis Rankin and Evans. The captain fires it clear, looking for the run of Cullen. Brought down to earth by Chris Cox. Punted upfield. Evans nods it straight back into his own area. Nora Apoku were ready for that one, and there will be a goal. Well, it's pretty much a goal kick straight into the hands of Havard. Havard's clearance looking for Jones. James wins the header. O'Grady barged to earth by Taylor. Referee doesn't give a foul or an advantage or anything. Apoku is tackled by Hartlebury on the right hand side. Hartlebury forward to Steve Foe. Overhits that one, trying to put it past the United defender Chris Cox and trying to set himself up for a cross, but that ball goes over the touchline out for a goal kick to the Red and Greens. Justin lines up the goal kick. We haven't been short of action here at the Woods Park Arena. So make sure he joins on Wednesday for the Birmingham Senior Cup match against Highgate. Goal kick noted on by Cuff towards the right hand side, picked up by Tom James, former Leamington defender, forward to Aaron Apoku deep into Shawbury territory. O'Grady towards the penalty area, one in the air by Jordan Jones, but it goes out of play for a corner kick. Well, if in doubt, get it out.
50-50 ticket draw today. The number is 4051. 4051. Check your winnings by the gate.
So Lewis Rankin will go over to the left-hand side to take this corner kick. We'll see Rankin's got a mean delivery on him. We can do one of those right now. Rankin Towards Cox. Cox's header just wide. Brushes the side netting on the way out. Well, Chris Cox leaping like a salmon, like only he can. The vertical leaping ability of this relatively small midfielder slash defender is remarkable. He is, of course, playing at centre-back today with Jamie Coleman out, Rob Prinzel on the bench after an error against AFC Wolverhampton. So Hansen so reluctant to put him back into the tee, and a free kick given against Coventry United as one of the red and green players used the Shawbury man as a tool to jump. They didn't have Chris Cox's leaping ability then. They needed a little bit of assistance from the Shawbury player's shoulders to get some height. Half an hour played, remains at 0-0 somehow. Shawbury would love to come away with from the Butts Park. Shawbury would love to come away from the Butts Park Arena with a result. Up rather than out by Chris Cox. Overhead hit by Foe. Oh, that was pretty close. A couple of inches wide of that top corner. That would have been a spectacular way to give the advantage to Shawbury. Talking of advantages, Accrington Stanley remain 1-0 in front at the Wham Stadium against Coventry City. That goal scored by Sean McConville. So City losing 1-0, United drawing 0-0. And the long ball game doesn't seem to be working for Coventry United. It's Ben Cullen racing towards goal, straight to the crossbar. Nothing Dutton could do about that one. He was hoping and praying that it wouldn't penetrate his goal, and luckily for United it didn't. What a wonderful ball to find Cullen, who was able to get past the last defender, who was onside, beat the offside trap, but he couldn't put it into the net. As Jones sides in on Chris Cox and puts it out of play for a goal kick. He was trying to shuffle it out of play for a goal kick anyway. So they took a different route, but it was the same destination. And there's been a few goals in the Premier League actually. West Ham leading Burnley by 1-0. Well, it was nice while it lasted for Crystal Palace. They led for the first time this season, but they're now 1-1 against Chelsea, which is still a pretty good result. If you look at it, it was Bakayoko, the central midfielder. And it turns out it wasn't actually Johan Gabai who scored for Crystal Palace at all. It was an own goal from Cesar Azpilicueta. They've corrected it now. So it turns out Crystal Palace's first goal of the season wasn't even from a Crystal Palace player. It was put in by Azpilicueta. So it's now 1-1 at Selhurst between Palace and Chelsea. And it's also Manchester City 3, Stoke City 0. So Manchester City beating Stoke by 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. And the third goal coming from David Silva. Here's Brad Jones now, just inside Shawbury territory, racing forward. He runs into Cuff and races past him. Jones still going, barged down by Cuff. Referee says no foul, and then chases on for that loose ball sent forward by the defender and volleyed out of play towards the right hand side by Scott Dutton. Here's Rankin. Turns Cuff. Rankin still going, flicks on the back heel of the Shawbury player, and a slide challenge by Jeff Watkins on Lewis Rankin. Well, no doubt he was going for the ball, but he took out Rankin, and a yellow card is going to be the likely result. Yeah, the referee brings out the book. I don't think it's a red card challenge, so it will be a yellow card for Jeff Watkins. Of course, there was no intent to harm Rankin. He was going for the ball, but that sort of challenge has got to be punished. And the yellow card brandished to Jeff Watkins. But the yellow card may not be enough for Coventry United. They'll want to go and find this first goal has eluded them in the opening 35 minutes. Brad Jones' free kick will be sent towards that penalty area. Towards Chris Cox, no how to play, but a free kick given against Kyle Barnett as he pulled Hartlebury to the floor. It would have gone out for a corner kick, but a free kick is the result due to that foul. Ian Havard will take the resulting free kick on the edge of his penalty area, just inside the box actually. 10 minutes of play remaining in this first half. Coventry United 0, Shawbury United 0. Live coverage of this match on CUTV with Liam Cook. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video if you are enjoying today's Coventry. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for more exclusive football content, and you can also get us on Twitter at Coventry United TV. Rankin looking for the cross going studio. Will he go alone? Rankin sets up Dave Mully on the edge of the area. Goes on. It's easily blocked by Hartlebury, but picked up on the left-hand side by Josh O'Grady towards a Poku. Bounces like a pinball between the Shawbury defenders. Now a play for a corner to the red and greens. Time running out in this first half. United could do with getting themselves in front before the break. Now it's certainly changed Terry Anderson's team talk. Rankin sends it in towards Aaron Poku. Poku's header goes to Aaron Witt, blocked, Molly, and it goes over the line by the leg of the Shawbury defender. Dave Molly will be attributed with the goal. Poku went for it, couldn't find the net. Aaron Witt went for it, blocked by the leg of a Shawbury defender. But there was Dave Molly in a perfect position to open the scoring in the Butts Park Arena.
Oh, come on.
So 37 minutes have passed the Butts Park Arena and Coventry United have the lead. And our theme song here, our club song at Coventry United, The Kids Are United by Sham 69, echoes around the Butts Park Arena in celebration of Dave Molly's goal. Hopefully it will not be the only time that we'll hear that goal music during today's match. Scott Dunn picks up the ball in his penalty area, on ball from Shawbury. Rankin nods it forward only as far as the chest of Evans. Molly makes the interception and takes it around Jones beautifully. Jordan Jones could do nothing about that. And he's got past him again. It's Dave Molly all the way. Poku. Oh, Grady makes it two! A second goal in a minute! After an insatiable run from Dave Molly, there was no stopping him. And Josh O'Grady doubles the advantage.
And the second goal after Josh O'Grady, Coventry United go wild.
Well, could this have been a better 60 seconds for the Red and Greens? Dave Molly puts the ball away into the net by the leg of a defender to make it 1-0. And virtually straight from the kick-off, darts down the right-hand side, makes Jordan Jones look invisible in the Shawbury defence, lays it off Josh O'Grady, pow, straight into the net, 2-0 Coventry United, and the game seems to be red and green. Now Shawbury racing forward with Liam Taylor, whips it in towards Colin with an attempted volley, and it's blocked by Barnett and kept in by Scott Dutton. Coventry United with just 5 minutes of normal time to go in a comfortable position at the Butts Park Arena, leading by 2-0. Dave Molly with a goal and assist to put the Red and Greens in firm control. I wish we could say the same thing about Coventry City losing 1-0 at Accrington Stanley. Rankin down the right hand side, he'll let it go. If he kept on going, he would have kept that one in. Evans takes the throw, plays a 1-2, and it's reflected off the leg of Aaron Wimber. It stays in. Jones nods it forward on as far as Jordan Jones, his namesake, no relation I must say. Beddoes races towards the right hand side, lays off Ross Jones, crossing opportunity, or will he go for a shot himself? He'll send it over the goal and straight into the building area towards the left hand side of the hospitality stand behind the goal. Five minutes of normal time remaining here at the Butts Park Arena in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Coventry United 2, Shawbury United 0. And of course, we do name football matches are not won on paper, but you can tell a lot from the league position, from the goals scored, goals conceded. Coventry United were the firm favourites heading into this match. There was no getting away from that, and they've proved it so far. Jones able to keep it away from the Shawbury, take a play all the way back to Scott Dutton, who fires it clear of his penalty area towards Dave Molly. Molly nodded on for Aaron Apoku, couldn't get to it before Hartlebury, and he'll shepherd the ball back to Ian Havard, the Shawbury goalkeeper. Once again, we'll be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the batteries on the laptop to ensure we can bring the second half of this match in its entirety. So make sure to look for the new live stream after half-time. So we'll be going off there for 10 minutes. In fact, you don't have to look for a new live stream. We'll keep the old one. Return for the near post. An easy catch by Scott Dutton as Joe Cough tried to find a teammate in the box. Dutton volleys clear, looking for Aaron Apoku, and it'll be easy headed away by Hartlebury's header. Only finds Dave Molly. Brought under pressure by Sean Evans. There's a good chance well made. Now it's Cuff just inside his own half. He was looking for Steve Foe when it drifts past the striker into the path of Gift Musa, who plays it all the way back to TJ. Tom James at left back. O'Grady back in the starting line up to Gift Musa. Strides past several challenges from Shawbury United. Shields the ball from Foe. Musa, Rankin. Towards the right hand side for Dave Molly. Molly brings it under control, cuts in, lays it off Aaron Apoku, and it's blocked by Andrew Hartlebury. Well, the defender hadn't have been there. You can bet your bottom dollar we'll be talking about a third goal for Coventry United. Crucial block by Hartlebury, denying Coventry United a third. Corner kick will be the result. To be taken by Lewis Rankin. O'Grady lurking on the edge of the area. In fact, he's going to offer a short corner routine as he knows he's going to go back into the area. And Rankin with a faux corner. Runs up, doesn't make contact with the ball, and in fact runs back towards the corner flag. It was towards the near post, headed away by Evans. Jones takes it around Rankin, tries to shield the ball from Chris Cox. Can't take it around, Cox, and takes that Cox off a side challenge. Referee says no foul. Rankin races in, won by Evans, and it'll be cleared by the midfielder, but it's intercepted by Gift Musa. Yards on the attack once again. Cox to Wint. Brad Jones at right back. O'Grady, Rankin in support, cuts it into Dave Molly. O'Grady wants it back, but it's Molly. Tries to put it through the legs of the Shawbury midfielder, and Rankin saying, why didn't you play a simple ball? Nodded on, Cough will give chase. And fired out of play by Chris Cox, the Coventry United centre-back. .90 seconds of normal play plus added time until the break. Foe. Watkins. Musa makes a challenge and he's forced to the ground, and the referee gives a corner. Well, Gift Musa took a trip to the grass there. Seemed to be a bit forceful from Jeff Watkins, but the referee feeling that it was fair. Well, Shawbury at this stage of the game probably need all the help they can get. They're losing by 2-0 in what may be their final attack of the half, and they're in no rush to take this. It will be taken now by Ben Cullen, the striker. Cullen sent it in and nodded away by Wint, but straight back to Cullen on the left-hand side. Tries a dodge challenge of Dave Molly, free kick given against Cullen. Cullen seemed to grab at Molly as he tried to make his way towards the right end of the pitch with the ball. Brought down to earth, and the referee gives the free kick, and that may well be the final action of normal time. The referee with the whistle in hand. And United, as you can expect, in no rush to take this. Scott Dutton is ready to blast this one clear from the left-hand side of his penalty area. This could well be the end of the first half. It won't be just yet. Over the head of Apoku, nodded clear. Cuff dispossessed by Aaron Wint. Here's Brad Jones now for Coventry United. Deflected long ball. Bounces towards Aaron Apoku. Stuck clear by Hartlebury, but picked up by substitute number 4, Gift Musa. Out wide to Lewis Rankin. Overlapping run being made by Brad Jones. And it's put through for Brad Jones, is it? It's blocked by Sean Evans, but kept in by Jones. Now with Rankin once again, as Jones makes himself available again. Rankin to Wint on the edge of the area. Rankin wants it back there. It's laid off to Jones, and a crossing opportunity for Coventry United towards the far post. Head clear, just as Apoku looked ready to strike the ball, but juggled back into the area by Dave Molly. Lovely footwork from Molly. Brad Jones sidesteps the winger and a header towards goal by Aaron Apoku. It was going wide, but it was caught by Ian Havard. And the referee brings an end to proceedings in the first half at the Woods Park Arena. Coventry United leading by 2 goals to nil. And with that, we are going off air for 10 minutes time for a quick half-time break. Join us again in 10 minutes time here at the Woods Park Arena for the second half of Coventry United versus Shawbury. Half-time score, Coventry 2, Shawbury 0. And we're back here on CUTV with Liam Cook for the second half of this Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Shawbury United. The half-time score is Coventry 2, Shawbury 0, thanks to a first half majestic performance from Dave Molly. He scored the first goal. He scored the first goal, Dave Molly. It was the second one, wasn't it? Yeah, he scored the second one.
He scores. He scores.
Yeah. Yes, to answer Mitch Pigger, yes, we do have the scores now. We'll go through the half-time scores now. Firstly, the one that you need to know, bad news from the Wham Stadium, Accrington 0, Coventry City 1, so that's not the best of score lines for the Sky Blues. So that's Accrington 1, Coventry 0. In the Premier League, Burnley 0, West Ham 1. And would you know, they wait 2 months for a goal, they've got 2 in a day. Crystal Palace 2, Chelsea 1. Would you believe it? The first goal is an Aspilicueta own goal. Wilfried Zaha makes it 2-1 before half-time. Elsewhere, Manchester City 3, Stoke 1, Swansea 1, Huddersfield 0, and Spurs 0, Bournemouth 0. In the Championship, Barnsley 2, Middlesbrough 1, Bolton 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. It's 0-0 between Brentford and Millwall. Preston beating Fulham 2-0 at Craven Cottage. 0-0 between Leeds and Reading. Hull beating Norwich 1-0. Scoreless at Bramall Lane between Sheffield United and Ipswich. QPR beating Sunderland. Surprise, surprise. That's 1-0 at the Stadium of Light. In League 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Oxford 0, Bury 2, Bradford 1, Charlton 1, Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 1, Rochdale 0, Northampton 0, Wimbledon 0, Oldham 0, Blackburn 0, Peterborough 0, Gillingham 1, Plymouth 0, Shrewsbury 0, Portsmouth 2, MK Dons 0, Rotherham 1, Scunthorpe 0, Walsall 1, Blackpool 0, and Wigan 1, Southend 0. In League 2, Accrington 1, Coventry 0, Chesterfield 0, Morecambe 1, Colchester 0, Carlisle 0, Forest Green 0, Newport 2, Grimsby 0, Crawley 0, Lincoln 0, Cambridge 0, Luton 3, Stevenage 1, Mansfield 0, Swindon 2, Notts County 1, Barnet 0, Port Vale 1, Cheltenham 0, Wickham 0, Exeter 0, and Yeovil 1, Crewe 0. So those are the half-time scores. Oh, nice round of applause from Tappin. We'll give him a round of applause if he scores after he comes off the bench at the second half. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 to Coventry United at half-time as we get set for the second half. Dave Molly setting one up for Josh O'Grady after scoring the first. So the first team lineups for Coventry United and Shawbury are as follows, starting with Coventry United. Number 1, Scott Dusson. Number 2, Brad Jones. 3, Tom James. 4, Gift Musa. 5, Chris Cox. Number 6, Kyle Barnett. 7, Lewis Rankin. 8, Aaron Wintz. 9, Aaron Apoku. 10, Dave Molly. And 11, Josh O'Grady. On the bench for United, Rob Prinzel, Ryan McQuanjay, Mitch Piggin, Craig Reed and Dominic Aleni. For Shawbury United, number 1, Ian Havard. Number 2, Liam Taylor. 3, Sean Evans, the Shawbury captain. Number 4, Andrew Hartlebury. 5 is Jordan Jones. Number 6, Jeff Watkins. 7, Ross Jones. 8, Dan Bellows. 9, Ben Cullen. 10, Steve Foe. And 11, Joe Cuff. On the bench for Shawbury, Benji Robinson. Dave Cooper, I believe that is indeed Dave Cooper. Number 14, Tom Worthington. 15, Harry Farnsworth. And 16, Will Wells. So Coventry United leading by 2-0. First goal coming from Dave Molly. He shuts out the second goal as well. So an extraordinary first half display from Dave Molly to open up a 2-0 advantage for Coventry United as we are now back underway. United kicking from right to left in their red and green home strips, the civic colours of the proud city of Coventry. Shawbury in white and black this afternoon. Wins the header. Grace sends it forward, looking for Dave Molly. Molly brings it down to earth, flicks it past the defender, and he's got past him as well. He's got past Jordan Jones, and a shot low into the hands of Ian Havard. A promising start from the red and greens. Dave Molly once again leading by example. Long kick, won in the air by Chris Cox, picked up by Liam Taylor, the fullback. And there seems to be a head injury there. Steve Foe holding the back of his head, so it seems as if Cox may have connected with the back of Steve Foe's head as he won the ball back. Didn't seem to be any sort of contact. Well, Foe is is going to stay on the pitch. The referee is going to get the game underway once again. Coventry United with the throw to be taken by Josh O'Grady. And the referee asks for the throw to be taken about 2 yards to the left. There you go. And Tom James will return the ball to Ian Havard after the stoppage in play. Long range kick from Havard towards Jones, who's playing on the left hand side now. Sorry, on the right hand side I should say. And goes out of play for a goal kick to Coventry United. Scott Dutton will trudge over to take that one. As you can probably expect, United 2-0 up. Scott Dutton in no hurry to go and fetch the ball. Well, why would he be? Dutton shooting into the sun. There it goes. Towards the head of Wint. Bit of a push in the back there on Aaron Wint. Referee says no foul. Barnett should have picked that one up, but he'll go past him to Brad Jones. Long ball to Apoku, brought down to earth. Now Apoku will stride forward. Side change from behind by Sean Evans, but he's still going. Hartery makes the challenge. Back to the goalkeeper. Havard blasts it clear before Dave Molly can get there. Brad Jones will pick it up. Wint. Musa, Shawbury, not allowing United a second to breathe now, but Musa able to get the ball away. O'Grady lobs it forward to Dave Molly. Bit of a pull perhaps? Referee says no. Seems to be a little bit of a tug at the shirt of Dave Molly by Jeff Watkins. Sent forward with Dan Beddoes, space out wide for Jones. Ross Jones. Barges Brad Jones off the ball. Brad Jones makes the challenge, takes it away and punts it into the car park. In fact, no, it stays away from the car park, it stays within the advertising boardings. So 5 minutes gone in the second half, remains 2-0 to Coventry United. Long ball towards the area, blasted clear by Kyle Barnett. Pushing the back on Apoku, and once again the referee says no foul. Ross Jones. Towards the penalty area now with Sean Evans, challenge made by Barnett, and now Wint will try and get United on the front foot. Lobs it forward for Dave Molly to give chase. Molly shields the ball from Taylor. Poker wants it in the area. Molly holds off on that one. Tries to make his way past Taylor. The ball was past Taylor, but Molly couldn't get round him without pushing him to the ground. Referee gives the free kick. Joe Cuff. Through ball attempt for Cullen, intercepted by Kyle Barnett, who was barged to the ground by Cullen, but Barnett gets the ball away and sends it out of play for a throw to Shawbury. Couple of 1-2s between Cuff and Taylor. You know to have it back now. Molly can't find his way past Hartlebury. Beddoes, long range ball towards Rob Jones. Ross Jones sent it over the crossbar. And I think Dutton may well have got a hand to that. The ball diverted over the crossbar by Scott Dutton. As Ross Jones was not too far away from giving Shawbury some hope. Corner kick taken from the left-hand side. Sent in. Cleared by the leaping Chris Cox. It's not quite cleared. Cuff swings it to the left and it bounces over the advertising boards into the overflow car park. Sean Evans couldn't keep that one in. Of course, live women's coverage tomorrow in the FA Women's Premier League South. Coventry United travelling to West Ham United ladies. As at the Hammers training facility. And there is going to be a change for Coventry United, and it's going to be tap-in Mitch Piggin to come on. Brad Jones's throw towards Opoku, over the head of Opoku. What's being held, but once again the referee waves it away. Rankin. Forward to Aaron Opoku. This is a good move from Coventry United. Opoku racing down the right wing. Cuts in, really trying himself, lays it off with Lewis. Rankin flicks it up, takes it around the defender. Lewis Rankin charged down with the defender. Rankin for the second time! Up the post! Opoku side netting! Relentless Coventry United. They want as many goals as they can get. And Lewis Rankin almost cracking the woodwork in his attempt to find another goal. And there's going to be a change here for Coventry United, and possibly the man of the match so far, Dave Molly, is going to come off.
Change off Dave Molly on the tapping Mitch Piggins.
So a rather surprising change here for Coventry United. Dave Molly, who has scored one and set up one, probably the man of the match so far, is going to come off and will be replaced by Mitch Piggin. Well, this is probably a way for Piggin to get himself back into the groove as such. He played 60 minutes away at Leicester Road on Tuesday. He's going to play about half an hour, probably 35 minutes at the Butts Park Arena. Ball down the left from Rankin to Aaron Opoku. Down line to Aaron Wint. Across to O'Grady, barged off the ball, will try and retain it. Belatedly, it's Evans who is able to get the ball and blast it clear. Barnett will shield the ball and hooked out of play with Foe right behind him. He had to do something with that ball. Evans will take the throw on the far side. And there have been a couple of goals. Stoke are now at 3-2 at the Etihad Stadium. A pretty good comeback there from Stoke. Swansea now 2-0 up at home to Huddersfield, and Spurs leading 1-0 at home to Bournemouth. Heading into danger, and Cullen nods it home. The throw-in nodded on, and Cullen heads it through the hands of Dutton. And Ben Cullen halves the deficit and gives Shawbury United some hope. 35 minutes left, and this game is far from over. Well, a late score from the Wham Stadium. Accrington 1, Coventry 0 remains the current score, thanks to Sean McConville's goal. O'Grady dribbles his way into the area, push from behind, surely going to be a penalty, and the referee gives it. And just like that, within 20 seconds of the restart, Coventry United have the chance to restore their 2-goal advantage. Well, that's how quickly things can change in football. The second that Shawbury are given a glimmer of hope of getting back into this, it may well be torn away by Aaron Opoku. Well, Chris Cox is not going to take this one. It's going to be Aaron Opoku. Cox is the usual set-piece taker. He's shied away from penalties recently. Tommy Glasgow is usually second in command. He's not in the side over, so it will be Aaron Opoku. It's saved! Palmed away from Havard, who guessed right. Opoku went to Havard's left, so his right, I should say. And the goalkeeper able to make a pretty comfortable save. So Shawbury is still very much in this, but it's dodged into the air for Aaron Opoku and caught by Havard. And Coventry United can't believe it. But they've got to get themselves back into the game now. As Gibb Musa barges he barges into Cuff, but in all fairness, there's been a sort of instance towards Coventry United players in the last few minutes that haven't been given, and that one has. The referee may have been a little bit soft on Shawbury during this second half. There's no doubt about that penalty claim where Joshua Ray was bundled to the floor. That was given, rightly so. And Shawbury could draw level with this free kick swung in by Cuff. Simple catch for Dutton. Well, no clean sheet for Scott Dutton. But he'll look to maintain Coventry United's advantage. They lead by 2-1. Joshua Gray with the opening goal set up by... it was the opening goal from Dave Molly, I should say. Molly actually got an assist for the second, so it was Dave Molly with the first goal. He set up Joshua Gray for the second. So Tom James will take the throw over the head of Piggin. Volley clear by Liam Taylor. Another done by Foe, Cox. Tries to do all the work himself and sends it into the main stand here at the Butts Park Arena. As we wait for the frame to be taken by Steve Foe. Shawbury side gets ready to plant this one into the penalty area. There it goes. Clear by Chris Cox. Piggin races for the loose ball and fires it away. Aaron Opoku gives chase, and Aaron Opoku gets onto it and nods it forward. He'll keep it in. Under pressure from Jordan Jones, takes it around the defender, but he won't take it past the winger, Ross Jones. It's only as far as Wint. Here's Brad Jones. There's too many Joneses in this match. Brad Jones towards Lewis Rankin. Poor first touch, and it's one back. And Shawbury on the attack now. Surging run from Dan Bellows. He's still going towards the penalty area on the left-hand side. Slides to try and take the ball away from Give Musa, who's trying to make the challenge. It doesn't come off, and United have got it back thanks to Musa. Kyle Barnett. Wint. Long ball forward, looking for Mitch Piggin. Leaps forward, but he's beaten in the air by Andrew Hartlebury. United starting to look a little bit fragile. Long ball to Cuff. Foe. Surrounded by red shirts, but it's played back to Cuff. Cuff long range, skews horribly away from the goal. And Coventry United will make another change. And the deadly duo of Piggin and Reid are reunited at the Butts Park Arena. Craig Reid will come on for Aaron Opoku in United's second change. So Aaron Opoku takes his time in walking off the pitch with half an hour of play still to go at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 2, Shawbury United 1. Well, Scott Dunwell goes underway once again with the goal kick. United have just made their second change of the day. They've got one left. They've still got Ryan McQuanjay and Rob Prinzel on the bench, as well as Dominic Elaney. Ball sent down the right wing for Shawbury, and Tom James will let that one ease over the touchline for a goal kick to Coventry United. So Dutton with some more kicking to do. Signed officially on Friday. The announcement was made on Friday that he would be switching from the blue side of Coventry to the red. It's fired clear towards Wint. Wint wins the aerial battle, but it bounces away from Lewis Rankin. Ross Jones turns Rankin beautifully and races forward. Cuff. Options towards the penalty area. Cullen! Oh, heads it over the crossbar, and that was a golden opportunity to make it 2-2, and Cullen couldn't take it. It would have been a headed double for the striker, but not to be, at least not yet. United's advantage looking slender at the moment. The one advantage that isn't looking fragile right now is Manchester City's. They've got another goal at home to Stoke, 4-2 now to Manchester City. at the Etihad Stadium. A double for Gabriel Jesus, making the game pretty much safe. Now United could do with another goal here. James whips it towards the penalty area. It was on the edge of the box and no one was there. Ross Jones volleys it towards the right-hand side for Foe, met in the air by Chris Cox. James will try and bring it back down to earth, and he does so beautifully. He's quickly closed down by Cuff, but TJ will keep on going. Puts it towards the box. Reed couldn't get a touch in it. Volleys it towards Lewis Rankin, but won't reach him, it'll be picked up by Jones, Ross Jones. Attempted ball towards Foe, and easy cut out by James. O'Grady swipes the ball away from Cuff. Here's Musa. Plenty of space out wide for Brad Jones. He's got the freedom of Coventry on that side of the pitch. Brad Jones is cross, looking for Mitch Piggin. He gets a touch on the header. Reed on the touchline. Piggin again fires it across the face of goal. As there's going to be another change. This time it's going to be for Shawbury, and it's going to be Benji Robinson to come on. We'll have to wait and see who's coming off, but that is number 12, Benji Robinson, who will be making his way onto the Butts Park Arena pitch very shortly. Havard boosts it clear. And Havard may well have saved Shawbury United from certain defeat there. They would have been 3-1 behind if it wasn't for a penalty save. But maybe we'll be 3-1 down here as Rankin stabs it towards Piggin. It's intercepted by Hartlebury. Jones striding forward, no, Dan Beddoes. Caught on the edge of the area by Musa, plays it back to teammates and Jeff Watkins. Now Liam Taylor, forward for Foe, fired away on the edge of the area by Chris Cox, with forced to Jeff Watkins. Across to Sean Evans at left back. Shawbury certainly not done yet with 25 minutes still to go. Evans, oh what a goal! Pick that one out, says Sean Evans. An incredible long-range strike from the skipper. How about that from a left-back? And Coventry United, who looked so comfortable at half-time, have been pegged back to 2-2. And you can have no complaints about that one. That was a sensational strike. An all-round amazing goal by Sean Evans. But no goalkeeper in the world could have kept that one out. But Scott Dunn, nonetheless, will be disappointed to concede that. No goalkeeper was ever happy to concede a goal, but at least with those, you know that it's something special that's beaten you. Well, Coventry United have got some work to do now. They've got to get back into this one. They've got to try and restore their advantage. They certainly had the capability of doing so. Brad Jones, Rankin. You know, they've got to find their rhythm. The rhythm that got them into a 2-0 lead in the first half. Ball into the area, will go towards the touchline, just about kept in by Hartlebury. Rankin wins it back, penalty! Lewis Rankin tripped as he tries to win the ball back on the right side of the area, and the referee for the second time awards a spot kick. Well, can they get it right this time? Well, stepping up is a man who certainly knows where the goal is. Craig Reed. The former Coventry City and Newport striker, signed from Newport in the summer. He's found goals a little bit harder to come by recently. Well, in fact, it looks like it's going to be Mitch Piggin. Craig Reed has left it for Mitch Piggin to take. Well, Piggin scored on his first start for nearly 2 months on Tuesday against Leicester Road. Kenny Mark is returned to the Butts Park Arena with a penalty to send Coventry United back into the league. What else you expect from Mitch Piggin? Rolls it past Havard, and Coventry United are back in front. Well, Mitch Piggin told us that if Roy hadn't played Catch the Pigeon over the tannoy, he'd leave the club, so you can bet that Mitch Piggin will be leaving tomorrow now that he's heard that. So thanks, Roy. Mitch Piggin is going to be leaving Coventry United now. He said that if he hears that, he's off. He's heard it, so that's probably going to be his last goal for Coventry United, but let's hope it's not, because Coventry United are now back in front. Lob forward towards Craig Reed. Havard comes out and nods it clear on the edge of his own penalty area. He couldn't touch it with his hands, of course. It was outside his box. But Coventry United now lead once again by 3 goals to 2 thanks to Mitch Piggin's penalty. He goes all the way back to Dutton between the 6 for Coventry United. Dutton blasts it clear, looking for Piggin. Nods it on. Craig Reed over the defender, but not past him, crucially. But United have got it back now with Brad Jones at right back. Wint. United passing it around to the right-hand side of the centre of the pitch. That pass on the right-hand side easily cut out by Evans, who of course scored that amazing equaliser, which at the moment seems to be good for absolutely nothing. United lose out, and it's a throw-in on the right-hand side, well, the far side of the pitch. But a poor pass by Shawbury and picked up in the centre circle by Josh O'Grady. Space out wide for Craig Reed. Cheeky pass to Reed. Pass to the defender, Craig Reed. That's a stunning save by Ian Havard. It's been a while since we've seen Craig Reed score. That was probably the best chance he had to stop this goalless run. And you can't really blame Reed for that. It was a great save by Havard. And there's going to be another change for Coventry United. Rob Prinzel will come on. United looking to consolidate this lead by putting on a 5th defender. They may well do that. Rankin's corner, nodded over the goal by Chris Cox. We've certainly seen better from the United skipper. And who's coming off now? It's Josh O'Grady. No, it's not. It's Lewis Rankin who's coming off.
The change from United, Lewis Rankin off.
And coming on, Rob Prinzel. So Rob Prinzel coming on for Lewis Rankin, who of course won the penalty for Coventry United earlier on. And another change here for Shawbury United with Benji Robinson coming on.
Change for Shawbury United, Benji Robinson coming on.
And it's Ross Jones being replaced. So the 2 number 7s replaced, Rankin for Coventry United and Jones for Shawbury, and it's the 2 number 12s coming on. So Rob Prinzel for Coventry United, Benji Robinson coming on. And Ross Jones is going straight to the tunnel. So clearly not too happy about being substituted. We'll be naming our CUTV man of the match in just 10 minutes time, well 9 minutes now actually. So 9 minutes time we'll be naming our CUTV man of the match. So let us know in the comments section below the video if you want to have a go in our CUTV man of the match. Let us know who you think it should be in the comments or on Twitter at Coventry United TV. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube if you do enjoy today's coverage. Jones, Reed wants it in the area, push from behind on Tom James, but he'll keep on going. Piggin. Back heel, beautiful, Brad Jones, and once again the gloves of Ian Havard deny Coventry United. Very vocal Red and Green Army backing their boys all the way. And look at that, that's a bit of skill by Tom James, an overhead kick. And it's kept in by Gibb Musa and takes it around Benji Robinson beautifully. Well, take a bow, Gibb Musa. United looking to capitalise now with Craig Reed. On to the right now with Aaron Wint, the big number 8, Jones. So United clearly settling back into a looks like is it a 5-2-3? Looks like it. It's back to Dutton, who fires it clear. Straight to the head of a Shawbury man. Here's Sean Evans. Strides down that left-hand side, cuts in, maybe go for another spectacular shot. He does. This one's not so spectacular. It rolls wide at the near post. Well, there's been a flurry of goals at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 6, Stoke 2. So after that brief hope of a comeback for Stoke City, they're now 6-2 behind. Crystal Palace still beating Chelsea by 2-1. West Ham winning at Burnley 1-0. Swansea 2-0 at home to Huddersfield. There's a corner put in, headed away by Aaron Wint, and also Spurs beating Bournemouth 1-0. So into the centre circle, lob forward. The Prince will nod it towards Craig Reed. Reed brings it down but loses out to Liam Taylor. Evans crosses the opportunity. Can they get it in? A slide by Brad Jones. Appears with a penalty from the Shawbury fans. The referee doesn't want to know. And Sean Evans picking the ball up, and he was hoping for a corner or a penalty. I'm not sure. He wanted something. He's getting precisely nothing as Brad Jones has gone down injured. So a few minutes will tick by before we see him back on his feet. Latest score from the Wham Stadium. Accrington Stanley continue to lead Coventry City by 1-0. So the 1,800 Sky Blues fans who have travelled all the way up to Accrington, outnumbering the Accrington fans. We're hearing there are only 1,000 Accrington fans at the ground compared to 1,800 Coventry City fans. Accrington are going to beat City at the moment because they're 1-0 up. And for the sounds of it, they seem to be on top against Coventry. But as it stands here at the Butts Park Arena, at least one Coventry side will be taking some points this weekend. But it's a very, very fragile lead. 3-2 is the current score. We'll try and get you Coventry Spinks' latest score. Of course, Spinks in the same division of Coventry United in the Midland League Premier Division. While the Wi-Fi tries to load up the page that we need to try and find out who Spinks are facing and what the score is. Wi-Fi hasn't exactly been fantastic today, so I must apologise for that. Once again, United leading by 3-2. They led by 2-0 at half-time, thanks to a strike by Dave Molly, and then a brilliant run to set up Joshua O'Grady for a second. Then a lovely header by Cullen, and a spectacular range effort from Sean Evans, making it 2-2 before the penalty, the second of the two penalties. The first one saved by Aaron Opoku, the second neatly tucked away by Mitch Piggin. And Brad Jones is not looking like he can continue at the moment. He's hobbled off the pitch. It's not looking too good at the moment. Coventry United could be forced to play the final 15 minutes of this game with 10 men because they've used all three of their substitutes. They've brought on Rob Prinzel for Lewis Rankin a couple of minutes ago. That was their final change of the match. And the latest score between Coventry Spinks and Roaster is Spinks 1, Roaster 1. Spinks have just equalised through Jamie Towers. So Spinks 1, Roaster 1 at Spinks Drive. Robinson tries to get the cross from the right hand side. Tom James gets his body in front of him, slows him down, lets the ball trickle over the touchline. And a goal kick will follow. Next time he catches on air here on CUTV tomorrow afternoon. You haven't got to wait long for your next football fix. Live coverage of the FA Women's Premier League Southern Division match between West Ham United and Coventry United. That's the Women's Premier League South. Live coverage of that match from the West Ham training ground at 1:45 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, with video highlights of that match to come the following morning. Of course, you can get video highlights of this match on YouTube tomorrow morning. Piggin races towards the goal, trying to get a touch on the long ball attempt, but it's brought down to earth by Hartlebury. Far towards the right hand side for Benji Robinson. Aerial battle won by Tom James after a throw on this near side to Shawbury United. Well, Jones is back on his feet, and he may actually be able to come back on. He's doing a bit of jogging down the touchline, so we may actually be able to see Brad Jones come back on. And yes, he is going to come back on. He's ready to come back on. Referee's just got to clear him. Well, that header's cleared by Chris Cox. And Robinson can't keep it in. That's a header by Foe. Was intended for the substitute Benji Robinson, who goes out to play for a throw-in to Coventry United. This is your final call for the CUTV Man of the Match. In a couple of minutes' time, we'll be naming our CUTV Man of the Match, so make sure to hit us up on Twitter at Coventry United TV. Let us know who you think it should be. Pass cut out by Aaron Wynn, but only as far as Jordan Jones. Fired clear by Kyle Barnett, though, as he sent it forward. All the way back to Ian Havard. Well, Brad Jones is back on the pitch, and he'll see this match out. Rob Prinzel strides down the right, puts it out play for a throw, and he's caught Steve Foe in the process, who's gone down. Well, unlike United, Shawbury do have some changes they can utilise if a player goes down injured. There'll be no worries for Shawbury there. Next time you catch Coventry United, the first team on air is on Wednesday here at the Butts Park Arena against Highgate in the Birmingham Senior Cup. That match kicks off at 7:45 with coverage starting at 7:30 as Benji Robinson ends up on his backside trying to control the ball. It's brought away by Josh O'Grady. Now onto the left-hand side with Tom James. Long range pass towards Craig Reed. It's met in the air there by Hartlebury. Burrows. His volley pass can only find Tom James for United. Musa to Chris Cox, fires it clear. Reed nods it on for Piggin. Piggin flicks it past him, but no one there to pick it up. And there it goes, long range pass. Chest control by Chris Cox. Sends it back where it came from. Here's Craig Reed. A fourth goal would seal it for Coventry United. Reed looking to make that happen. Here's Mitch Piggin. Tries to hit back to Reed, but he was being held by Hartlebury. Piggin wins the ball back from Benji Robinson. Tries to find Aaron Wint, couldn't control it, and now it's with Burrows. No one seems to know who wants the ball in the midfield, but now it's with Shawbury racing forward. Benji Robinson, crossing opportunity. United have got to try and avoid any silly challenge here. It's a good challenge by Chris Cox. He takes the ball away from the substitute, fires it up line. It bounces to Craig Reed, and they've got United, Shawbury United free to free here. Reed out wide, Mitch Piggin. O'Grady makes himself available in the penalty area, as is Craig Reed. Piggin tries himself, rather selfish effort from Mitch Piggin, and that's his not the best of shots. Fires it wide the near post. So it remains at 3-2 to the Red and Greens as we enter the final 10 minutes. Next on the ball goes out of play. We'll name our CUTV Man of the Match. Fired for by Barnett. With the head clearance only as far as Josh O'Grady for Coventry United. O'Grady going all alone. Dodges several challenges and lays it up for Mitch Piggin. O'Grady in support. Laid up to O'Grady. Crossing opportunity from the left-hand side. Or would he just try and waste some time? That's exactly what he's going to try and do. But he could try and get the cross off. And rather unsportsmanlike play by Liam Taylor, who, well, the ball had already gone. He just grabbed O'Grady and shoved him to the ground. And the referee, amazingly, decides not to do anything about that. Great to say, but I think that's poor refereeing. A yellow card, the least that the ref could have done about that. Throw taken by James. O'Grady once again dribbles it straight into the corner. Down line to James towards the near post. Piggin. It's flicked off the leg of Piggin. And Coventry United are going to try and defend this counter-attack. Surging run by Cuff. And Prince sends that one out of play. We're now going to name our CUTV Man of the Match today. We're going to give it to Coventry United's number 4, Gift Musa. Although Dave Molly was a very, very close second. Prinzel takes it away from Burrows. Reed puts it through ball for Craig Reed. It won't reach him. But Jordan Jones can do little more than put it out of play for a throw to Coventry United halfway into Shawbury territory. Musa across to Piggin. So Prince, I should say. Prince of that wide with Joshua O'Grady. It's going to be another change for Shawbury very shortly. O'Grady, run being made by Tom James. James, cross charge down by Foe, who sends it out of play rather emphatically for a Coventry United throw. Well, in fact, no, it's going to be a corner, yeah. So a corner kick to Coventry United. Just the other side of the corner flag. Sent in. Chris Cox. Good catch by Havard. Has to be on his toes to gather that one. Musa wins the header and takes it around the number 11. It's been given as it's offside. Looks like it's offside. And there was going to be another change for Shawbury United. There's been another goal at the Etihad Stadium, 7-2 to Manchester City now. With a change being made by Shawbury United is Tom Worthington. He's going to be coming on. And it's not going to be made just yet, David. Well, the board's ready, but we haven't had the go-ahead from the referee. And the referee, in fact, is holding off on that change for now. Is he? Well, the linesman's come over to assist with the change, but it's not needed. Free kick taken. Prinzel wins it back on the left-hand side. Fired forward by James, on the way by Hartlebury. Musa nods it up rather than forward, brings it down to earth. And the third time of asking, pressure from behind by Foe. Referee says no foul. And now the free kick given to Coventry United. But now United will continue play with Rob Prinzel across to O'Grady. Through for Prinzel again, a bit too far. Well, United seem to be now in a, seems to be a 4-3-3 now. With Prinzel playing in midfield. They briefly had a 5-man at the back, but they've changed it back to a 4-3-3 now. Cross put in, and that will go over the goal, out for a goal kick. And now we're going to have the change made for Shawbury United, and coming on, so it's Worthington coming off. So Tom Worthington, the number 14, will be replaced by Jeff Watkins, the number 6.
Change to Shawbury off Jeff Watkins on Tom Worthington.
So I believe, is that the second change now for Shawbury United? Well, 5 minutes of normal time to go here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 3, Shawbury United 2. A very entertaining spectacle here at the Butts Park Arena. Can United hold on to gain a much sought after 3 points? Handball claims, referee doesn't want to know. Piggin stabs it forward. Would have been better to try and control it himself, but he couldn't do it. Evans sends it forward for Cuff. In comes Brad Jones, slides in and takes that ball out of the equation. We're going to need another ball as it goes over the smaller stand on the far side. And a rather weak throw, shall we say, from Luke Morton, although I believe it was intentionally weak. So Shawbury with 5 minutes to go. Crossing opportunity for Evans. And down goes Burrows. No penalty. Shawbury with a bit of space out of the work on the right hand side to try and get the ball back into the area. Robinson. And that goes high and wide. And another goal kick to Coventry United is the result. Shawbury giving it everything they've got in the last couple of minutes. Scott Dunn places the ball and gets ready to take the goal kick. Blasts it clear. Piggin nods it on. Picked up by Hartlebury. Reed tries in vain to get a touch on the ball. With the ball up line, will go out of play for a Coventry United throw. 5 yards away from the penalty area for Coventry United. So United have got to try and get this ball as far away from their box as they can. 3 minutes of normal time to go. Tom James hoofs the throw up line. Piggin. And it's taken up the head of Liam Taylor for a throw into Coventry United. And as you can probably expect, it's going to be a lengthy process to take this throw in. Another ball back on the pitch. Piggin nods it on, looking for Craig Reed. Hartlebury punts it clear, running as far as Josh O'Grady. Into the area, Coventry United could get a 4th goal here. Cross isn't great, and it falls into some empty space at the far post, and Sean Evans will race clear. Up line for Cuff, stabbed out of play by Aaron Wint. 2 minutes of normal time to go here at the Butts Park Arena. United continues to lead by 3 goals to 2 against Shawbury. And at the WAM Stadium, Coventry City still losing 1-0 at Accrington. Sent into the area by Taylor. Dutton comes for it, Dutton catches it. And Dutton taking his time and getting back to his feet. Trying to waste some time. Terrence trying to take his ways to box the Shawbury lads in. Trying to keep up their end of the field. It'd certainly make the game a lot safer if Shawbury were kept as far away from that goal as they can be. Cox leaps for it, wins the ball back. Prince will nod it on, flicked up in the air by O'Grady, only as far as Worthington. Referee gives a free kick against Coventry United. Just inside the Shawbury half. This could be the final attack of normal time. Ian Havard comes to the halfway line. Inside the centre circle. He's in fact going to be just inside Shawbury's half. Free kick taken short. Worthington going to get the shot away in the area. Goes to the ground. Corner kick. It's come off the leg of Rob Prinzel last. Well, I wouldn't have been surprised to see Havard going forward, but Shawbury are not only going to keep Havard back, they're going to keep 2 defenders back. In fact, 3 defenders now. So Shawbury not pushing everything into the penalty area. It's headed away by Wint. A long-range strike by Jordan Jones, and that's the final move of normal time. So the referee will probably add on a minute or 2 of added time. But those will be a final couple of minutes of this game. We're talking to Josh O'Grady and Scott Dutton after today's match. So make sure to look out for the interviews tonight and the highlights, the video highlights of this match from tomorrow morning. And don't forget to join us on Sunday, 1:45 p.m. for West Ham United Ladies versus Coventry United Ladies here on CUTV with Liam Cook. And hit the like button on the video if you do enjoy today's coverage. Gets away from Craig Green. Jordan Jones will dribble the ball towards the left-hand wing. Shoot it to the left-hand side. I'm not sure who that ball was to. I think Shawbury may well have accepted defeat on this one. 1 minute of added time already played. Brad Jones looking for the option with the throw, finds Wint. It's gone off the shoulder of Wint after a Shawbury throw. United trying to put Shawbury under a bit of pressure in their own backyard. That's not going to work as Taylor plays it up line for Benji Robinson. Side by Tom James. Puts out a play for a throw. This could be last chance saloon for Shawbury United. Foe turns Prinzel, lobs it into the area. Oh, it's gone all the way through. It's gone all the way through by Steve Foe. And with the last attack of the game, Coventry United have thrown it away. Well, you tell me, how on earth did that ball go all the way through and nestle itself in the bottom corner? I don't think United know themselves. But the resiliency of Shawbury United is incredible. They've been down and out twice in this match. And they've come up both times. First to equalise at 2-2, now at 3-3. And you can hear the Shawbury manager saying, now can we find the winner? Well, the way this game's going, you wouldn't bet against it. Shawbury pushing forward now with Cuff. Cuff looking for the cross. Give Musa gets in front of Cuff and he's brought down by the winger. The Butts Park Arena silenced by that goal by Steve Foe. Barnett boots it forward as United look for one more chance. It doesn't look like they're going to get it, as it's picked up by Foe. Evans, now Cuff. Can Shawbury go for all 3 points here with a fourth goal? Barnett makes the challenge and strides forward, but a poor pass. Back into the area. Cullen, can he turn? No, he can't. Prinzel tries to clear and finds Josh O'Grady. Have United got one more goal in them? Piggin taken out from behind. Referee gives the free kick against Liam Taylor. No yellow card given, but this is the last chance for the Red and Greens. Josh O'Grady will whip it in from the left-hand side, around 10 yards into Shawbury territory. O'Grady's ball towards the far post. Brought down to earth and cleared. And now it's Shawbury on the attack. Cullen strides forward. Shawbury could well be through on goal. Well, they would have been if it wasn't for a poor long-range pass towards Cuff by Cullen. And now Dutton looks to send this one forward. There it goes. Noted forward by Sean Evans. Here's Cullen offside. He fires it towards the far end of the pitch to waste a bit of time. And Shawbury's expecting a bit of time wasting of their own. Well, we've had 4 minutes, or 4.5 minutes of added time. And Coventry United, it looks like, will they be taking 1 point from this match. Fired forward by Cox, not the best of balls, nearly cut out by the Shawbury defender, but Kyle Barnett runs into Liam Taylor. Taylor shields the ball and sends it up line. Tom James. Is this the final attack for Coventry United? Sends it there towards Craig Reed, not clear by Hartlebury. Wint. And the referee brings proceedings to a halt. And just when Coventry United started to look comfortable, he started to believe the 3 points were in the bag, Shawbury with a shock equaliser steal a point for themselves. A thrilling game and a thrilling finale. And it's a point apiece at the Butts Park Arena. The final score, Coventry United 3, Shawbury United 3. And that will do us here on CUTV for another week. But you can join us tomorrow afternoon from 1:45 p.m. as Coventry United ladies travel to West Ham United ladies in the FA Women's Premier Division South. So that coverage starts at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon here on YouTube. Highlights of this match can be found tomorrow morning on Coventry United TV's YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Coventry United TV. So make sure to look for the highlights as soon as you get up tomorrow morning, because they will be available. The Coventry United first team will next be in action on Wednesday night against Highgate at the Butts Park Arena in the Birmingham Senior Cup. We hope you can join us for those future coverages. But for now, from me, Liam Cook, thank you for joining us here at the Butts Park Arena for what has been an amazing game Final score, Coventry United 3, Shawbury United 3.